Hello Scouts and welcome to Scouting at Home. For today's activity we're going to be making some paper planes with a bit of a difference. Check out the attached activity sheet which has the instructions on how to make these planes, but also follow with us as we walk through step by step how to fold and create and have a go at flying these unusual paper planes. Good luck and good scouting. For our first paper plane we're going to need a square of paper. So we're going to take a standard A4 sheet and measure 21 centimetres from one end and put a mark on both sides so that we can cut a line across there, and that will give us a 21 by 21 centimetre square. We're going to take what's left of that paper and we're going to cut that in half to give us two long strips which we're going to hold on to for later. But let's start by cutting that square. Now that I have a square, I'm going to turn it diagonally and I'm going to fold it in half so that the points come together, and I'm going to create a crease between the other two corners to make a right angle triangle like this. Once that's done, I'm actually going to unfold it, and I'm going to fold it the other way just gently, and my goal is to create a crease in the middle only, so just in the centre. That'll give us where we want to fold to next. So now that we have that crease in the middle, we're going to take this corner up to our crease, and I can check to make sure that's in the right position, and we're going to crease a line here. You might find having a pen or something hard is helpful when you're making those creases to make sure they're really flat. We're going to fold that edge up again, creating the crease. And one more time. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. We haven't got that much paper to play with. So I'm actually going to tuck it underneath to do this. Make sure it's firmly in place the whole length across. And again, crease all the way along. Now we're actually going to unfold it. And we have all these evenly spaced lines. We're then going to take our tip again and fold to the first crease, and then fold to the second crease, and then fold to the third crease, and so on until we're all the way back up and over. And you'll find that that's pretty tight to get it all back into place, so you'll have to crease that again. So make sure that you've got that pressed firmly down into the corner, and then we're going to crease the whole length there really hard this time. Make sure it's really crisp. Excellent. Now we're going to actually turn that around into a tube. To do that, I'm actually going to use a rolling pin because that'll help us to get a nice even curve by wrapping our paper around our rolling pin. And we can do that from either end to keep our nice tight crease and to give us a nice even curve. Our goal then is to tuck one creased end into the other end, so it just tucks in far enough that they hold together. And we're going to use a little bit of sticky tape to secure that in place, make sure it doesn't move. That gives us a tube. Now this will actually fly on its own, but we're going to do something a little bit more fun. We're going to make this flutter as it flies, and that's where our strip of offcut comes into play. So we're going to take a piece of tape, we'll just crease the middle there slightly so we know where our middle is, and we're going to place a piece of tape across the middle there, and we're going to line that up on the back of this and tape it down. And there we have it. So as we throw that, we're going to be holding it in our hand like this to launch, and as it flies you'll find that the little offcut will flutter as it goes. It does curve a lot as it flies, so make sure you have plenty of space for when you throw it, and have a go at that. For our second paper plane, we're actually only going to need half a sheet lengthways. So we're going to start by cutting in half our whole sheet. We're then going to be taking a measurement halfway down our sheet and drawing a line and dividing that into 3 equal parts. We'll then be cutting to the first line from each direction along our centre line, which will give us 3 even parts and 2 cuts. We're then going to allow a gap. Now I've just used the width of a ruler, but you can use any measurement you want to allow a little gap, and then have a single cut halfway across our strip all the way to the end. So there'll be 1, 2, 3 cuts. Now that we've cut our paper in 1, 2, 3 places, we're going to fold this edge up and over. I've used a ruler to help me get that nice and straight as I crease the fold, and do the same on the other side. So I'm folded into thirds. We're then going to fold the 2 top sections here, 1 each direction. So 1 this way, creasing it. Turn that over and crease the second one the other way. To finish it off, I'm going to apply a little bit of sticky tape to hold this still. And if you want, you can attach a paper clip or a few if you like at the bottom. Experiment with what works best for you, just to give it a little bit more weight. Then as we launch this one, it's actually a helicopter. So as we drop it, these flaps will come out and it will start to spin. So the higher you can drop that from, the better, but make sure that you're safe in doing that. So if you have a balcony or something like that, fantastic, give that a go.